baseball coach Rob McCoy, who is loving the good weather right about now.
Absolutely.
You guys have been able to be outside, which, we've talked about this in the past. When it's cold and snowy, you have to spend a lot of time indoors. So what's the schedule been like with the weather the way that it is?
Yeah, I mean, it's still been a struggle to juggle inside versus outside, but we just look at the weather forecast, and if we can be outside, we go outside.
Does that help team morale? I mean, do the guys want to be outside?
Yeah, without a doubt. Everything outside's different. From the air pressure to the way when we take batting practice, you're not inside in confined area. You're outside, and you see the depth perception differently. Everything's different.
Season's just underway. Lengthy road trip. We've got West Virginia, Eastern Michigan, Bucknell, LaSalle, Richmond. 22-game road trip, but 22 is nothing for you. You've done bigger than that before.
Yeah, I think that's typical. The last couple of years, we've actually started our first 3 weekends of conference play on the road, and this year, I think we only go one conference weekend on the road, which gives us 6 preseason weekends, or 5 preseason weekends, and then one conference weekend on the road. So it's not bad. I mean. Every northern team deals with it. You just go down, you do the best you can, you come back and try to do it all over again.
Well, if the weather keeps going like this, you guys will be home a lot earlier in the season.
Yeah. So.
4th year as head coach, 6th with the program. So what's this season look like? Well, how's it shaping up this year with your roster?
Well, I'm really excited about this season. I feel like not only are these guys the kind of players and athletes that I want here at Niagara, but they're also they're getting older and more experienced within the program. So there's a lot of the expectations that we set for them throughout their time here are really coming to fruition this year. We've got an experienced position players squad, and then our pitching is getting older. So those two things combined really set us up to have a pretty good year.
If you're looking breakout seasons or thinking about particular players that you're really leaning on this year, give us some names.
Well, I think that there's a couple guys that really stand out. First and foremost, Ryan McCauley. He's our first baseman. He was hurt most of the year last year. We went down this weekend, played 2 games. I think he's hitting .750 after 3 games, 2 home runs in his first game, 2 doubles. He's a big time player, and so we're going to depend on him a lot offensively to not only do well but provide protection for other guys in the lineup. The other guy, obviously, is Drew Fitchery. He's our #1 pitcher, a North Tonawanda product, and he just wins. He's one of those guys that you put him on the mound, and we threw him against Davidson on Friday, and he dominated. So it was good to see from him. And those are just 2 of the many guys that we've got to depend on everybody really. And we've got some really experienced players that are gonna show well this year.
What kind of role do you have in terms of keeping them rested, keeping them loose? Because I would think in the colder environment, there's a potential maybe for more muscle pulls or any sort of just injuries that could kind of be a nagging injury that could just crop up out of nowhere.
Yeah, I mean, a couple things go into that. You obviously have to juggle those kind of things, but we make sure that our guys are stretched and warmed up, and we have a very rigorous warm-up process routine that we do. The other thing is we just have to use common sense as far as how much we practice, what we expect of them to do, what we would expect their bodies to do depending on the weather, and those kind of things. We just, based on experience, I've always coached in a team in a northern climate, so I'm pretty used to making sure guys are as careful and as healthy as they can be.
Well, the season's just underway.
Yep.
Won your opener.
Yep.
Good luck going forward.
All right, I appreciate it. Thank you very much.
Rob McCoy, Niagara head baseball coach here on Purple Eagles.